And we're live, Vocal Dialect, um, season one, episode 14, health and wellness. We have the lovely Queen Goddess Hope. We have
We're
Conrado.
live on dialect. Um,
And I am Knowledge Born 7. How's everybody doing?
Amazing. How art
good in the
thou?
hood.
It's
Good
empowered
in the hood, man.
everybody. Good to be back on a live streaming episode.
Yeah.
Right. So we talking about health and wellness, and in today's world, it's very important with health and wellness. Um, it's been a major topic. A lot of people have turned into herbalists. A lot of people have stopped eating meat. A lot of people, get into being vegetarians, being vegans, and it's a good demand on our daily life because if you eat right, you balancing work, you balancing family, personal responsibilities, priorities, physical and mental well-being becomes essential as well to your health and wellness. Encompassing a holistic lifestyle or a holistic approach, or even taking the time out to see where you need to improve at as far as you maintaining a healthy everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's the topic. Health and wellness. We're gonna be dealing with that. And hey, it's a lot that we can draw from that. you know, my point is dealing with the hydration. I think that's key. A lot of us, we are not getting the proper water in or the right water. So to me, coconut water is key. Alkaline water is key. Um, having the adequate water intake is crucial. It's important to all your body functions. I mean, digestive, clear eyes, clear skin. Also, drinking enough water where you can break up that mucous membrane so you can keep some of that mucus out of your body. You know what I'm saying? And we got to do that because when you taking in your water, you're paying attention to how your body is going to improve, and you can actually see what's going on. If you're drinking a lot of water, you're going to the restroom regularly, and you getting the water in, and sometimes I know it's this one couple, they were getting water in, but they wasn't going to the restroom. That's how they need. That's
That's
how they.
bad.
Yeah, that's how they knew they needed a colon cleanse. You know, so the one was getting the water in, and she started engaging in physical activity. She started trying to run more, walk more. She was using the restroom, but she was not releasing. She was urinating but not releasing. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
um they had to go to the hospital, and she had to get a colonoscopy because she was backed up. Now she started her health and wellness. She didn't know anything about it. She just Instagram, social media, teaching them. So she stopped eating the meat. Then she tried to do the fruit thing. She got dehydrated because it wasn't, even though she was getting H3O water with the fruit, it was not enough for her because sometimes your body has went too far. You're
Right.
not, especially you're not getting the proper rest, and you just hopping right into it. And anything you do as far as health and wellness, go get some blood work done. Go see what's up with your body. Go get
Yeah.
some blood work done. See what's up with your body, and then just start your journey from there. Cut the meat out. You know, try to eat more fruits, more veggies. Try to eat clean. I try to eat clean. I'm not gonna lie to you. I go back and forth with chicken. Sometimes I get away from it. Sometimes I don't. Fish the same way, back and forth. But for the most part, every year I do a lot of cleanses. For us like teas. Right now I'm doing my bitters. I'm doing bitters right now, which is very nasty, but I got to do it one shot every day. One shot for the bitters. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to think of ways and make ways on how to improve my
Mm.
my uh, my well being. and I stay mobile. I try to at least do about 10,000 or more steps a day, and I keep my physical activity going. You know, I'm a very physical person, so I'm physical in nature too. So I just try to keep myself going. And I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. One time I was getting out the bed, and I'm a physical person, so I know there's nothing wrong with me, but I started getting stiff. So after that, I started doing a lot more stretching. I think I stretch every other morning now. When I get out the bed, I literally stretch right on the side of my bed every other morning. I have a little stretch routine I do. My wife and daughter call me a yoga instructor, but it's cool though. So, you know, I get up and I stretch and I tap my body too. I tap my arms, my legs, you know, I tap my midsection, you know, I tap my body. You know, that gets the blood circulating going. Because when you sleeping, you are at rest. So when you're at rest, you still, you know, exhaling, inhaling, but you're not having no movement. So your blood is kind of just at this pace in your body. It's going. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes for some people, it might not be going, especially if you have poor circulation. So it's a lot to health and wellness. It's a great topic, and you know what I'm saying. Let's dig into
Hey. Since you brought up beers, I was supposed to start mine last week. These sour sop beers.
Oh, I got some too.
So I'm detoxing when we come back from on the Carolinas. And hey, you go to Sun Goddess underscore sense on IG. We
Oh,
got a
y'all got
whole
some?
different kind.
I gotta buy some from y'all then, because I got some sour sop
Oh
bitters
yeah,
here
we
too.
carry them all different kind. I usually take the
Yeah.
pilot, but I'm gonna take the sour sop this time. And I want to say something about, you mentioned something about, eating clean. So I really believe in the stores what they call organic is not organic. You know what I mean? I believe we just eat the best way that we can. Cause I think everything that we buy is plastic. I just say plastic if we're not growing our own food, you know what I mean? So I think that's really the best route to go as far as eating healthy. I even think something wrong with this water. You know what I mean? It's something wrong with the air. You know what I mean? It's like we in a trap. But what I do is try to eat the best way I can. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think that if you're not conscious of what's happening with your body ever, or at all rather, then you're obviously in a carelessness state of consciousness. That's really all that I could think of, because if you're not on top of your health, especially at our age, I'm in my 30s, 40s, 50s, some of the people who watch the show are in their 60s. So if you're not on top of your health by now, then what are you doing? I feel like the only people that could really be frivolous in their health and lifestyle are the people in their 20s, because it's the first time they outside for a change and they live in a life. Like if you don't have any immediate health defects or ailments or illnesses, then so be it. But in all reality, to knowledge point and yours too, Ken, the importance of hydration is key too. On Saturday I did a wealth summit out here in Baltimore, and
Yeah.
it ended up starting exactly on time, but there was so many things going on with the issue with the airlines and like that whole
Oh yeah.
cyber situation. So a lot of guests couldn't make it, or a lot of the talent couldn't make it, so they had to automatically substitute it or move things around. So the way that the schedule went, you really couldn't move and navigate around like how you really wanted to throughout the event. So I stayed seating the whole time for, I want to say, from 10 a.m. until about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. And I didn't eat anything that whole day. All I had was water, and I had a cup of fruit in my bag. That was it. And there was like vendors, there was food, there was a whole bunch of stuff there. But again, because of the state of events that were happening, I wasn't able to go out and get the stuff that I needed to fulfill my nutrient boat or whatever. Say it all to say, I literally ended up fasting the whole entire day. The next time I ate was the next morning. The only thing that I was able to survive off of was water. And I think that if I hadn't already been in the state of fasting, or have
Yeah.
fasted repeatedly numerous times just off the strength of nothing, just pure intention, manifestation, that's also a good way to kind of push your manifestations through the roof, is also by fasting. um I probably wouldn't have made it. I probably would have had headaches. I probably would have been disgruntled, not able to absorb the information of the conference that I was receiving. There are people who survive off of just the sun. There are people who survive off of just water. There are people who just do fruit fast. There are so many different types of fast that we can, take part in. For a great portion of this year, every other week I was doing 1 week fruits, 1 week, some meats and tofu,
Yeah,
another week just full on vegan, then back to a week of just
yeah.
fruit. So, it's important for us to cleanse our body. I had
I,
wrote a book.
I
Mhm.
was just about to say that before you said it. Yeah, so like people that do eat meat, just flush your body out with, like how you just said it. It's important that you flush your body out from time to time.
You
But go
have
ahead.
to. You have to. That's what I was getting ready to say. So for me, I didn't eat meat for 10 years, and the way that I did it was transitioning over 5 years. I started out with just cutting out meat, whatever meat I had in my freezer. I just ate all of it until I didn't have it anymore. And
Yeah,
once I ran out, I didn't replenish it. I just immediately started changing my lifestyle, my habits, and eating. And then I just became 100% pescatarian from that point. And then every other year I cut out something more. So then we cut out dairy, and then we cut out, now all seafood. And now we're just full on vegetarian or vegan. And, then I went to raw vegan. So now that I've been eating meat for the last 2 years, almost 2 years again, um, I don't say that I can love it. There are certain things that I still won't even touch. And then there are some things that I notice how my body operates. Once you cleanse your body for at least 7 days, 5 to 7 days, your body is technically resetting. If your cells regenerate every 7 years, why shouldn't even we assist with that process, and by any means? If you have high blood pressure, if you have diabetes, if you have cancer cells, a lot of these things can be reversed because of the way you eat.
right.
And I don't think people really realize that.
That's crazy because I did it the same way you done. Like I'm gonna eat all this meat that's in my freezer or refrigerator before I start because I ain't wasting no money. I did
Yeah.
it the same way you can ask Shelly.
Why am
I'm
I
like,
gonna waste it for?
yeah, no, like you, I was not never really vegan, straight vegetarian, and then I started back eating mostly fish and some chicken and stuff. But then, after a couple of weeks of eating that, then I flush my whole like the whole week, just flush my whole system out. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
my diet mostly consists of fruits and vegetables. You know what I mean? From time to time, I eat some fish or chicken from time to time.
You look smaller, like physically. You can see that
No,
you've lost some weight for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
he
you know
been
what? Everybody say that, but I
dehydrated.
yeah.
He
You can,
dehydrated.
yeah, you could definitely see that for sure.
Yeah, but
Um,
like I say, like I'm just balancing myself. Because sometimes I do have a taste for some goddamn fish. You know what I mean? I'm gonna eat like the Simon. Boy, that's a queen. That Simon was bang.
oh, thank
DG,
you. Thank
G boy,
you.
bang. Yeah,
Yes. I didn't even get to have any. I turned around, that shit was gone.
yeah. We had fun up there in DC. What
Yeah.
was you about to say, brother Nolly?
I was teasing you, but anyway,
Oh, I didn't want to tease me, man.
sour sop bitters. They really good. You know,
Yes.
from my memory, leaves, barks, seeds, sour sop plants, of course, and other
See, you know what I mean?
medicinal properties. It's like a herbal blend, and it becomes pretty much a tonic. And soursop is rich in antioxidants. It helps with your digestive aid. It's anti-inflammatory, and it also gives you immune system support. I do the bitters because
Hmm.
it's very good for you, and also get some of the parasites out your body as well.
Yeah.
I learned this from reading books about herbology. If it's bitter,
It's good for you.
hot, if it's bitter and hot, parasites don't like it. So your cayenne pepper is very important. I one time I was putting cayenne pepper on everything.
Everything in
That's
drinks, everything.
everything. I'm just telling you. I was putting cayenne pepper across my salad. Uh,
Uh,
Also lemon or lime. Squeeze lemon or lime on your salad. It does make it alkaline. So
your
it's a
water.
lot. It's a lot of things you can do, and that's what keeps me going. I'm just telling you the truth. And and
Parasite removal.
you know what I'm saying.
Definitely
And
time to time.
That
Yeah.
that's what
Muddy.
that's what keeps me going.
Yo, that's for your lungs, for the smokers.
Turmeric. Yeah. Turmeric. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch under there too. So I was having a conversation with somebody over the weekend too at this summit, and we were talking about, he was like, what, he takes 3 different supplements, but they were all for energy. And I said, you
Yeah.
really have to find something that's going to balance that out, because if you are having trouble sleeping, it's because you're obviously are getting high intakes of energy from some source,
Yeah.
energy or caffeine, whatever the case may be. So when I was asking like what supplements, they were all for energy, so it was like black seed oil, ashwagandha, and maca powder. So I'm like,
Oh yeah, that maca probably good.
yeah, maca's good too. Moringa too. I do moringa, maca. I have moringa seeds. I have to get back into that. I used to take those
Yeah,
things
seeds,
religiously.
yeah. Pop them open. I got
Yeah.
some. I ain't take them all. They probably no good now. Yeah.
I do want to say something about the bitters. So
Yeah.
I found a trick that will help me tolerate it now. Well, if you take black seed oil, I feel like you can almost take anything.
Yeah, I just
Right?
Right.
drink it out the bottle. Yeah,
Same. At
Yeah.
some point,
Yeah.
the bitters become the same exact way, truth be told.
Yeah.
Like, taste isn't as terrible, but if you're new to bitters, you can actually offset the taste with honey. I don't think people know that. So if you
Yep.
put some
Agave
honey on a
nectar. Yeah.
spoon, or I just pause, but just pour it on there, taste it, it kind of balances out that taste. It just becomes a little bit more tolerable. Like Knowledge said, it helps keep parasites and things away. It also, if you mix it with sea moss, I promise you, my first set of locks that I had, the length that it grew, it was mid back in 3 years. People take 5 to 6 years to get their hair that long, and I was able to do it in 3 just by taking supplements and herbs.
right. Now you have a lot of different other kind of bitters. You got
Hey, look.
dandelion bitters.
Sea moss with elderberry.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of different kind of. You can just Google the bitters. I mean, they sell a lot of
Yeah.
bitters
A
that
lot
are
of them.
very good for you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of great benefits for it. Definitely for getting the parasites out your body
They clean
and
out your organs. All the bitters clean your organs out. You know what I
clean
mean?
you out. You know what I'm saying?
Your
It gets you
organs.
good. And
Yes.
bitters is also good for your lymphatic system, which is very important. So
Yes.
that's why I do the tapping in the morning, every other morning. I was doing it every morning, but I think I do it more or less like every other morning. I'm gonna say that
Mm.
because one, it breaks up that lymphatic system and it gets it moving. Go ahead, Ken.
Now I want to say one thing. We talking about these bitters, but one thing is very, very important. You drink a lot of water when you take these bitters too, because you can get that dehydrated. So that
I-
we talking about these bitters, so make sure you drink a lot of water when you on these bitters.
You should be
Yeah.
drinking water anyway. Fruit and fruit
Anyway,
water,
Yeah,
watermelon. If you just get some high alkaline water, you could put lemon. A mix that I used to do all the time was cucumber and mint with a little bit of
oh
honey.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
could do just cucumber by itself. Strawberries are really great, especially even for kids. Strawberry water is good if they're not drinking regular water, lemon water. You could do so many different things. It's just so good, and it's so much more refreshing as well. It's been so hot, so people should just be filling up their spirits and souls already with water and H3Os and things of that nature right now anyway. If you're not at least drinking 8 ounces, what is it, every 30 to 60 minutes right
Yeah.
now, especially with these heat waves that they have going. We really haven't even really seen too much. I think we got like another month of heat waves coming. So, I think that's really important. Can we also talk about, it's not really always about the foods that you eat, but it's
Right.
also about the wellness visits as well.
What
It's
you mean
really
by that? The wellness visit?
wellness visits, whether if you use Western medicine or if you're using holistic medicine,
Okay, gotcha,
and
gotcha,
for you
gotcha.
to keep up with your wellness visits and your checkups every year. If you do have insurance, you're entitled to free physicals, free blood work, usually every year, free GYN appointments annually, dentist checkups and cleanings. These things that come with your insurances, you should take advantage of them because you're paying for it, especially. And in our community, I have an issue with Western medicine as is, but this is why I took on the holistic route, because the more control that I have over my health, the less I need to step foot into their offices. I'm not that person to go run to there first. I'd rather go run to the shaman in the woods first as opposed to going into a doctor's office. But I can say, like, every year I keep up with my wellness checkups, my physicals, and also STD and STI testing. I think it's
Okay.
really important for us to do that. I do it every 6 months religiously. It doesn't matter if I'm active or not. It's if I'm in a relationship or not, like I'm still going to go. I think it's important for us to know that it doesn't matter where you are. A lot of people don't squat when they sit as feminines, when they go to the restroom. There can be things on toilet seats, it can be things on knobs and things that you touch. There's diseases and illnesses all over the place. So again, it's also important for us to keep up with those visits, whether if it's for mental health or physical. Spiritual health, what do you do to maintain that as well? We were just talking offline how I had to log out of social media. I did that for my spiritual health, after being active for 5 years every day. I just was like, I need to take a break. If this is presenting an opportunity for me to take a pause before shit get real again, then let me take advantage of that. So
Yeah.
what do you do to supplement your mental health? How do you handle your spiritual health? How do you handle your physical health? Health and wellness is across the board on multiple levels.
Right. Hey, read what Brother Jerry said on the
I got you. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Eating a proper
Brother,
diet is essential because it will provide the vital nutrients, minerals, and proteins. Herbs, seasonings, fruit, and vegetables should always be implemented intake every day.
right, right,
Definitely. Definitely.
right.
that's it. That's it. But the main thing is understanding the different areas of health. You know, conversations around health, focusing on your physical well-being, and just have a overall understanding of health, mental and physical.
Mental health, yeah.
Like she said, because it all plays a part into it. And you when you're dealing with health and wellness, you tapping into your emotions, you tapping into your psychological state as well. So you have to find that meaningful purpose and a sense of peace. And that's going to bring the balance that you need. So you'll start taking care of your body. So you start being hydrated. You start nurturing the things that you have been paying attention to as far as your own body, and then you begin to fix them. That's the whole thing about it. It's just paying attention to your body, paying attention to what your body is saying, and fixing that. And a lot of times the body has so many defenses, it starts fixing itself, but it needs you to assist it as well. That's why we spoke about hydration and bitters and things of that nature. So we have to stay focused and stay strong, because You have to think about it. You've been eating bad your whole life, and sugar is one molecule away from crack cocaine. So a lot
It's
of people
probably
are
worse than crack.
yeah, sugar is one
Sugar is
molecule
probably
away from
worse than
crack
crack.
cocaine. So a
It
lot
is
of crackheads out here are addicted to chemical sugar. That's what they're addicted to. They're addicted to
correct.
the base. But we, as a people, have to be strong, be patient, chip away at it. Like Queen said, she stopped the meat, then she stopped the dairy. You know what I'm saying? You got to chip away at it. You're not gonna quit everything cold turkey because you quit everything cold turkey, you're just gonna go back because you haven't built up that resistance in your body. And what you're doing when you quit cold turkey, you are encompassing a lot of stress. So when you are encompassing a lot of stress, your body can't take it. You look up, boom, you at the bodega. It ain't gonna work out. You at the bodega, you at the coffee shop, you at the cafe. So
Let me get
now
a
you,
beef patty with some cocoa bread.
yeah, now you walking around with jerk
Yeah,
chicken, you know. So
yeah.
you know what
It's
I'm
funny
saying?
you said that because I remember at the time I was like weaning myself instead of eating like meat 4 or 5 times a week. I reduced it down to like 3 times a week, and then a couple of weeks after that, I fucking let me do it 2 times a week.
Yeah.
1 time a week, then I had to stop for a minute. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't just be like,
Right.
oh, do that, bam, like he said, go straight, do a straight crash, man.
You're gonna do a
Man, you know
crash.
what's so real about that too? I think about what both of you said. People don't realize that the foods that they've been eating their entire lives create bloating in such a way that a lot of us have over, size bellies and stomachs just from the foods that we're eating. They say if I eat, let's say, steak, I know I'm going to be bloated for at least 2 days,
Right.
minimum. If I eat chicken, I know that I'm going to be bloated at least 24 hours. My stomach is going to be visibly oversized because of the food that I've just eaten. Sometimes potatoes or broccoli, create gassy effects in us. So there's so many things that you really have to know. You have to know what the food does to your body. Yes, it may not be the same for you or the person in your home, but know what foods work well for your body. That's the number one thing that I also had to learn about just being, on the healthier side, because at some point I just was like, okay, if I eat this, this is what happens. So I should probably avoid that. Or maybe I'll drink hot water and lemon to help settle my stomach before I go to sleep. So now I won't have all of these issues while I'm sleeping. I think we should also discuss that as a health and wellness issue as well. Are you getting adequate enough sleep? you
Right,
know
right.
that's probably the
Yeah.
most troubling thing, because there are so many people, we know people who work overnight. They say that's the worst shift to ever work, because your body has never or will never adjust to being awake when it's supposed to be dormant and resting.
Man, let
Hey,
me tell
you
you
know
something.
what? You know what? It's funny you said that about like the hot water limp. Don't y'all realize the Asians, after they meal, they drink hot tea or
Well,
warm
that's
tea.
because they eat hot foods with hot drinks, because
Right.
it aids in better digestion. So if we're
Yeah,
eating a
digest. Yeah.
salad, you're allegedly supposed to eat something cold as well, or drink something cold.
Yeah,
Now,
but we eat a hot meal and we'll pick up a drink, a cold drink.
That's how I got
I
into tea.
and I tell people too. I know we are a lot of people heavy on social media. That's cool, but watch out for all the trends. One while kale was the poster boy for health movement. Everybody was consuming kale like crazy. Then alkaline water was so bad. I know some brothers in Brooklyn who drank alkaline every day, and their system started messing up. They're like, "Yo,
Yeah,
I'm getting sick,"
yeah. Yeah, you
because they
can't drink
consume.
alkaline water every single
Yeah,
day, man. That's
then
what people don't realize. You can't
then
drink it.
one while avocados was like
Ah,
the little darlings on Instagram. I mean, for the foodies, everybody was doing foodies. Hey, avocado this, avocado that. So and then I seen for a long time smoothies. I mean, Instagram was smoothie crazy. The trends is cool. The trends, keep a little spice in your life when you're trying to eat right. Um, that's, that's pretty much
hey
it.
man,
But
I'm going to fry me a pork chop after this interview, homeboy.
No, man. I'm gonna come over there, man. I'm gonna tape you to the whole car, man.
That's so funny.
And then another,
Uh,
I'm telling you, another thing that hit, there's another thing that hit social media real hard too, was the detox tea dilemma. Everybody was just
Oh,
let me tell you something. Before all these other teas came into play, green tea was the number one tea. This is gonna help you do it. This is gonna help. Talking about, and you should have saw the Christians. The Lord gave us green tea. I say, man, what the world is this, man? What the world is? I'm like, man, these
not
people
Tazo
crazy, man.
tea, the green tea,
Yeah, the
man.
Lord gave us green tea.
Yeah.
So you
Drinking
know,
green tea for centuries at this point, as much as they was talking about.
listen. So then they had this one tea that was real famous. It was at all the Korean food markets. So I went there, I looked it up, I looked the name up, and it literally translated into green tea. I say these.
I'm weak.
I
I
mean,
know you laughed.
I'm
You know
like,
what I
these
want to
people
talk about?
crazy.
I want to
What's
talk
that?
about the increased levels of, let's call it something else now, C19. So that we won't get our video banned on here. We have to figure out how to work. But I know that there has been
Oh, okay, I know
increase
something.
in numbers and a new variant allegedly, right?
Yeah.
So Obasi and I had been sharing documentaries back and forth on Rumble, which were basically people looking under the microscope of what this vaccination looks like to people. So for those of you who may not know, means crown, but what people don't really realize is that corona is equal to the sun right now because of the coronal mass ejections. So
Hold on.
basically what people
Say
are
that again.
having,
Say that again.
corona virus has increased, right? A lot of people have increased numbers lately for this thing now. And the only reason why they called it coronavirus is because the sun is emitting coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, from the solar flares. So once the solar flares hit the earth, they're letting on high levels of radiation, which melanated people will have no issues, but it's the people who lack, higher levels of melanin who will suffer, which we've talked about, forever. But the problem is now that because we are in the hottest sun cycle and because there are more solar flares than ever, more people are now getting coronavirus all over again because it's just high levels of radiation hitting the planet. So again, this goes into health and wellness because we're going to see a great majority of people now. We always talk about the separation. The separation is going to be on multiple levels, but now more than ever, it's really going to be a physical thing because these people's skin are feeling, there's tons of reports saying that they feel like their skin is literally on fire. You have white people going outside doing sun reports. Before it was only black people. Now it's white people because they're even realizing that once the eclipse kind of went over, the sun, it kind of heightened that energy all over again. The more solar flares that are emitting, it will create what we call the black sun. So that's basically what people a lot of people in the conscious community have been talking about. Oh, the black sun, the
Yeah,
black sun, the black sun, the
yeah.
black sun. But the black sun is basically all of these holes from solar flares. So if one solar flare emits out of that black sun or those dark sunspots that are on the sun, they believe that energy and that radiation is what will fry a lot of people. And
Now
that will leave us here,
it's
the
it's
chosen.
crazy. You're right. It's dealing with the vibration and it's like a balance of the eclipse,
Mhm.
the lunar, the radiant of the darkness. Is crazy. But yeah, I've been looking into that for real though, because my son keeps telling me like the planet is heating up, the planet is heating up, and
Mhm.
solar flares is a big thing, and what they're trying to figure out how to utilize it for them. Everything the corporation of the United States does, they turn into a weapon. So whatever they try to do, they want to weaponize everything. You know what? The Wazungu is so obsessed with weapons, 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 weapons. We gotta have weapons.
Yep.
So yeah, that's they trying to turn it into a weapon. Uh, the planet is heating up. It's a lot going on with that.
Yeah.
Solar flares are big right now, and a lot of things that happen cosmically, like the eclipse and the different things that happen, they do play a role in our lives as Black people. We have to think about that. We are the first. So by us being the first, and the people that pay attention to it most is the Twa people. They have a lot of things documented. A lot of that old information they are learning from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on right now. And it is part of health and wellness because as the planet heats up, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. As it
Yeah.
continues to heat up, you're going to need more H3 than H2. Remember that.
H3. Yep.
You're going to
That's
need more H3 than H2. And you
Right.
do your research. What's in the watermelon family? Cucumbers. Man, it's on tip of my tongue. Watermelon, cucumbers. Just Google the watermelon family.
cantaloupe, uh,
Is it cantaloupe?
Yep.
cantaloupe and honeydew, I believe.
Honeydew.
Yep.
Those are the most powerful H3s.
Yeah.
Watermelon to a Black man and woman is called liquid gold. Trust me.
Yes.
Trust me.
Absolutely. And eat the seeds, do all of that.
Eat the
Like
seed.
just
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Don't let these people listen to you. Always eat fruits with seeds. If you have any fruit with no seeds, do not eat that shit. I don't know where it
Right.
came from.
Right.
Lemons and limes included. Like, take control over your health. Stop allowing your spirit to be guided by somebody who governs you because they just have more money and power. You can
That's all it
still
is.
take your power back. And you take your power back every day by showing up for yourself. That's it. And this is what we're guiding you. We're advising what is working for us. We are not speaking from going online and typing things into a search engine. We are speaking from actual facts that have worked for our body. People said all weekend to me that I looked like I'm 28. Boo boo. I am not 28. I got a couple bars over that. You understand? But I'm thankful that I look this age, and that's because I took advantage of my health. I took my power back. I drink about 6 gallons of water a week. I don't know anybody who's doing that right now. Do you understand? Like, I have been doing this not for days, but for years. We didn't have sugar drinks in my house. If you wasn't drinking water, you wasn't drinking.
Hey, Queen.
Yeah.
You can say I look like I'm about 38 myself.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, besides the fact that Black don't crack, you understand? Like, you really have to take advantage of that. Drinking water really, really changes the game. I remember one day I wasn't feeling too hot, and I really didn't have much to drink that day. If I drank anything, it was mostly like a hot tea with some herbs that I had infused in it, to kind of lift up my spirits, get my energy back to what it was supposed to be. But all I did was drink that all day and maybe like 1 cup of water. 2 days later, my face visibly looked dry in 2 days. The fact that I didn't drink water in 2 days, my body was like, first of all, what are you doing? Like, we don't even do this. So because you want to like neglect us, we're going to show. And that goes into my point about, mirror magic and getting into the mirror as well. Like, are you looking at yourself, seeing the changes that your face is making too? Our skin tells us a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Our fingernails tell us a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these are my real nails. They don't look like they're really long, but these are my real nails. These are not tips. They're not anything. I drink a lot of water. I take a lot of supplements. Of course, my nails are going to be this long. They're not yellow. They're clear. They're not weak. They're pretty hard. I can almost probably crack it if I push hard enough. But the fact is that people just have to take control and get their power back. Period.
Yeah.
What are
Right.
you
You
doing?
got to get your power back. It's important that you mentioned sleep. And when I started doing research on sleep, I started checking out my circadian rhythm. That's one thing, checking out my circadian rhythm. You mentioned something else. It hit me just that quick. Um, man,
I the
Sun-
rhythm.
sunbathing.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Sunbathing. So make sure you get your proper use of sun. When I did my numerology and I did everything pertaining to my name and stuff like that, I found out that I was the type of individual that had to be around water, had to be around nature, you know. So get around nature. Nature heals you. Nature will warn you. Nature will warn you what's going on. When you pay attention to nature, it will warn you. And nature also heal nature has healed people. They have found people like stranded, and the lady was like, "What happened? What kept you alive?" And the lady said, "The trees kept me alive."
Mhm.
I'm telling you, I
I
know it
appreciate
sounds
that.
spooky, but I'm just telling you.
Now that
And
don't sound spooky.
the lady, the
That's
lady,
No,
the
that don't
lady,
sound spooky at all.
yeah, the lady was black. Some people it might sound spooky because people who not tuned in or who haven't
Like
tapped in.
Shelly, I'm gonna say, and we all know this. The trees provides oxygen.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's really like common sense. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You
yeah,
just,
True.
yeah,
yeah. But a lot of people like we're supposed to be around water, around trees, around
yeah,
nature. Because we are the carbon-based people. When you're the carbon-based people, you're going to be around things of nature. That's just it. So it's very important. Check out. I did research on my circadian rhythm, how to improve on that, sleep. Um, I did a ton of research, all type of herbs. She mentioned moringa. Moringa is good. If you can't get your sea moss, get you some moringa. It's
Yes.
very good, very good. These are the tips and things that help me keep moving and keep grooving because I literally can work all day long. I
Facts.
work, and I know what to do. If I know I'm working all day long, I'm drinking water. I'm talking about at least every hour I'm drinking one of the big bottles. I'm drinking water.
so,
And that will keep you good.
Yeah.
Hydration, your sleep, your mental focus. Sometimes you have to pull away from social media. All of these things help.
yeah,
Getting your
yeah.
bitters in, cleaning out your body, getting the parasites out your body. And I saw one time at a slaughterhouse in I think it was in Brooklyn, Illinois. So I asked the guy what was that he cut off the beef. He said those are ulcers. He literally cut that off, sprayed it off with water, put it on a foam square piece, and covered it with saran wrap. Put a label on it, stacked it up.
Hey, look, that's the thing about me. Because in Chicago, like right in the city, it's a lot of slaughterhouse. You can smell them things from 4, 5, 6 blocks away, man.
Yeah, kid
Yes.
know
But
what I'm
anyway,
talking
man,
about. Yeah, we,
like
we had we had a lot of slaughterhouse around us.
yeah. So
Mm.
like if you really think about it, most of these the cows, the chickens, and guess the pigs too. They are in factories and stuff now. And and stacked on top of each other, you can know what kind of stress them animals go through before they kill them in the
Yeah.
slaughterhouse.
That was actually what convinced me to stop eating meat from supermarkets for a while.
Right.
And then just going straight to like the Akis or the rabbis or the butchers to get it halal, because the difference is
Wow.
like it's they're hitting, let's say, for lack of better terms, or full on knowledge about the project, but they're hitting pressure points that cause an immediate death. They're not slaughtering and having a slow death. People, that energy goes into your food. So
Yeah.
naturally, they're saying, like, depending on how an animal was slaughtered, that energy or that stress can now be ingested and absorbed into your body and your system. So, it's definitely important. That was something that convinced me to stop eating meat as well. Lately, the thing outside of bloating, because I've I've beefed up my fitness. I've been doing like 2 yoga sessions a day right now. AM and PM sessions. So I've been obviously drinking more water because it is hotter because I do outdoor yoga. And I'm just really in a space of like I just don't want to look or feel bloated. It just makes me exhausted. It genuinely makes me tired. The food is still in my system somehow, some way, you know what I mean? And I just don't want to feel that feeling. So I feel the most abundant when I do have mostly fruits. People are like, how can you be full of fruits? But you really can. You
You can.
genuinely can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if you add a couple of nuts, like I did like a fruit and nut cleanse 7 day last year sometime in the summer. And just that cleanse alone, I was just like, wow, I don't even really feel like I need to go back to eating regular food. You feel so vibrant and you kind of get addicted to those types of feelings, that wellness, that health, that good health feeling. You kind of get addicted to wellness. And I think that
Yeah.
a lot of people don't even realize, because for so long, people are always talking down on you, pointing fingers at you, saying that you're not doing this or you're going against the grain. And now we got a whole entire tribe of people who are doing the same shit that we doing. How
Yeah.
foolish do you really look now? You
Yeah.
know, I want to say one thing about sleeping. Two things. Um, I always talk about solfeggio frequencies. I think we put a video on here of me talking about
Yeah.
it once before.
Yeah.
That again helps with your body's rhythm as well when you're sleeping. I feel like I get the best sleep with these frequencies playing. I also use a sleep mask, which you could see here. It's pretty vast, and inside it's for side sleepers. I sleep on my side. So these like little circles actually kind of keep the darkness in. And as soon as I put this on my head, I could immediately feel like my body's rhythm just kind of automatically slowing down, and it's like, okay, we're about to get ample sleep. Because how your TV has that on and off switch. If it's off, it's red. If it's on, it's green. That power button. Those little lights like that can disrupt your sleep. So once I learned that the smallest lights affect me because I am already a light sleeper, as soon as I put this mask on, I don't wake up until the morning.
Yeah.
Like, I do not wake up until the morning. Like, that's why I always say, like, as long as I can sleep good at night, I feel like I have no cares or worries in the world.
Yeah.
If you
I
can
want to
get
say,
back, you
go ahead.
become most powerful.
Yeah. When you cover up in darkness, I do know this from research. You're supposed to sleep in the dark. You don't supposed to have no lights on. When you sleep in the dark, that's when your body produces more melatonin. And
Mm,
also, put yourself in a dark room, a dark environment, it naturally balance your circadian rhythm, giving you a deeper sleep. I have learned that from from doing research. And then darkness also reduces you being interrupted at nighttime, because if you have a night light on or your bathroom light on, the chances of you waking up, you're gonna wake up, guaranteed, because that light, because light bends. You're sleeping, but your body still sees the light. That's
mhm.
why that's why she wears the mask on. She put herself in total darkness and the blackout helps out. To create the best sleep is to sleep in a dark room. I'm telling you right now, the sleep mask works. The blackout curtains in your room, that helps as well.
Yep.
She mentioned fruit too. I also want to say blueberries. What is it? Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries
Blackberries
are
and
high
tea.
in fiber. Apples and pears are high in fiber. They will fill you up. Uh, Oranges, grapefruits. They also have a somewhat of a high water content. And the oranges is the vitamin C. The grapefruit also is good, has fiber in it as well. So she some key points she mentioned: the sleep, the fruit, all that stuff helps when you're dealing with health and wellness. It's a fantastic thing. I love it. Salads, like if I want to, I don't want to do a lot of stuff. Salads, I juice.
Yep.
I think I juice
I
probably.
juice more than anything.
Yeah, I juice now probably twice a month now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I juice.
wow.
It may be more than that, but when I juice, I have juice to take like for a whole week. You know,
Yes.
juice I take for a whole week, which also cleans you out, which also flushes you out. So when you juice it, this how I juice. I would juice. I won't eat anything till about 11 or 12. I drink my first juice. Then
Right.
around like 2 o'clock, I will have a light salad, no meat, nothing in it. Then when I get home, I would probably have like I'll probably have like a sweet potato or something like that. Maybe another salad. After that, I drink the rest of my juice, and that's it. And that right there would definitely help you lose weight. You're gonna drop some pounds.
Absolutely. Two, grapefruit is actually good for shredding belly fat.
Yeah,
So one thing that I did too, I know we mentioned cayenne. So what I used to do and for 30 days, and I don't recommend you do it longer for 30 days if you're just trying to get a quick little belly fat shred. Take a capful of apple cider vinegar, hot water as if you're like making hot tea, two lemon slices, cayenne pepper, and um a little bit of honey for 30 days, just 8 ounces, and it'll help your stomach go down. It'll shred some belly fat. Again, I don't recommend you to use an apple cider vinegar longer than 30 days. It's not really like good for you, and that's
yeah.
why you want to use like a capful, just something very small. And then once you kind of are finished with that for 30 days, just continue to do just the hot water and lemon. Again, if you wake up every day and do hot water and lemon, it'll also help shred belly fat. I did that tons and tons of times. Just as even as Caribbean people, we just drink that naturally. So I've been drinking it like my whole life, and it's still something that I do to this day. And whenever you feel like you just aren't at 100%, just drink either hot water by itself or hot water with lemon. It aids in digestion. Also knowing how to heal yourself is important. So, I don't really believe again in Western medicine like that, you know. So my first immediate source is to look it up naturally. How can I heal myself naturally? And that's really it, Also something to help reduce inflammation is parsley. I used to do a parsley, cilantro, and two green apples mix. So if anybody has like, diabetes, or if their legs get swell up or anything like that, you can use that mix like in a blender with a little bit of water, and it'll help the inflammation go down as well.
Cool, cool. She dropping jewels, y'all. She gave y'all some jewels. Been dropping a lot of jewels, a lot of jewels.
Yeah, this is my thing. I'd rather, do that whole indigenous route. I listen, I go into my GYN in January and my physical, and I do everything all at once, and then I don't want to see these people ever again for the whole nother year.
I know
Like,
that's right.
uh, they always ask me like, "Oh, you're so healthy. What do you do?" And I'm like, "I take herbs and supplements. I take prenatal vitamins every day. I'm not trying to have nobody baby, but I still take them because the nutrients and ingredients that are in there, women still need that just to operate at their best. You don't necessarily have to try to have a baby. You still need folic acid, whether if you're holding a baby in your womb or not. You still need iron, whether if you're holding a baby in your womb or not. You still need vitamin B and biotin and, vitamin D and zinc, these things, people are just not taking advantage of their health. I take vitamins for my heart, these beet gummy vitamins, they're vegan. They give me energy, they're good for my heart. They're good for my brain. A lot you just there's so many things. A lot of people take milk thistle, biotin for braids and hair, carrot juice. I drink a lot of carrot juice for my eyes. I felt like I was going blind at some point, and I just started drinking carrot juice, and I haven't had an issue with glasses since. It's probably been like 4 years
Mm.
now. So that's also a tip too.
I wanna I wanna read something before we get off of here. So the we talking about Western medicine real quick. So the pharmacy company was founded in 1911 in Stockholm, Sweden. Pharmacists by Gutstay Felix and Eldwin Pharmacy. The company was named after the Greek word, which is translated into pharmakia, which means sorcery. So this is what you're dealing with when you're dealing with your pharmacy. The miracle medicine, I can't pronounce it, but it's PHOS
Pause.
and yeah, ENERGON. It's a two word. So during World War II, Sweden Chemical, they put okay, the long story short, they put all this stuff together, and this is some of the people that help with this pharmacy thing, which is not meant to heal you as well. So also in 1940, the Green Revolution introduced a type of farming we have today. It was initiated when the Rockefeller Foundation Natural Science Division combined with the large agricultural companies. Their plan was to introduce a type of farming that would require pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers, all petroleum based. This is up under the Rockefeller Company, and this is also Western European medicine. I will say this: the Rockefeller Company, they made a lot of money on dried blood. And when the guy sued Monsanto and won all the money, the Bayer aspirin stock plummeted because it's connected. And the main thing about Bayer aspirin and elderly people is with some elderly people were being tested, they're coming back positive with HIV because Bayer aspirin has dry blood in it. This what they made billions of dollars off of dry blood. Of course, my name is Nas. I had to drop something for y'all.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's a mess. That's also another thing that's in these jabs too, that a lot of people aren't admitting. And this is why Houston or Texas specifically keeps coming out with high HIV numbers. If you've seen,
Yep.
there's a lot of these
Yes.
cases out in the internet and on the news lately. It's because it's inside of the
50,000.
vaccination. It's inside of the
50,000.
vaccination. So I don't think people realize what's happening here.
And I'm gonna tell you about old picture I watched, and I watched things for symbology. Check out the golden child. When they kept trying to feed that golden child, what's they trying to feed him? Blood. Because if you tank the if you feed another if you feed the indigenous people blood, you affect their blood. You start affecting with their DNA. You know what I'm saying? You start because a lot of things that we have initially is in our blood. We have memories in our blood. We have a lot of stuff in our blood. But when you go that route, you start affecting the indigenous people of this planet.
Hmm.
Powerful. We got one more minute. Any last remarks?
Nah, man, we
Stop smoking cigarettes. They're diabolical to
we-
society.
nah, man, we got an upcoming coming event that we all gonna be a part of. For the Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yep.
Saturn Day.
They calling it the big event. You know what I mean? We gonna be there. Brother, the Street Lost Soldiers, General Shocker, Jerry Moore, myself, Tex Johnson, Sarah, Stefan Sarah, Mother Earth, Sister Queen Goddess Hope. I mean, and a few more people that we don't even know about. Yeah.
Yes.
I've been in the building too since I missed DC.
5:30 until 10, July 27th. Tickets are $25 if you're 21 up. Kids are free, and we'll be at the DoubleTree Hotel, 2624 West Park Drive in Charlotte. It'll be an abundant time.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
So that's it, family. Hey, I enjoyed the topic. I enjoyed the bill, health and wellness. We drop a lot of jewels.
Right.
Do some research. Find out what's going on with your body. You know, and be mindful. In the word, listen to your body. I tell anybody when you meditate, listen to your body. So, man,
Yes.
listen to your body. Hydrate yourself. Write down some of the things that Queen said, I said, Ken said. Bitters are good. Check it out. You know, Just do some research. You know, peace and power, peace and light, man. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? General Shaka. We got Lee Clinton. We got is Gerald in the chat? I don't
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
Gerald.
Gerald
Yeah,
in the chat.
Gerald in the chat. Shout out to
Nettie
Gerald. We
B.
got B. We got I see Gerald. I see Gerald. We got Rob MCN. Peace,
Yep.
peace and power, brother. I hope to see everybody in Charlotte, man. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
You know, hey, gonna be
Hey,
good.
hey, subscribe to this channel as well. Like, make comments, subscribe to the page as well.
Yes. We
Like,
are at
comment, and subscribe.
181. Shout out to everybody. We really are, we're almost a year anniversary from creating this page. So we're thankful, you know, for everybody who shows us love and support, even in the
Right.
midst of our confusion and hiatus at times. But, you know, we really do appreciate y'all tapping in when we do go live.
That's
Tap
right.
in, tap in, tap in. Gotta tap in. Shout out to Obasi. Peace, God.
Shout out to the brother
Yes,
about
so brother Obasi was
Right.
good. Salute, salute to all the folk.
All right,
Yep.
peace.
Peace.